I know that had to be surreal, man, what happened in Vegas.
Yeah, it is. Like a lot of times I feel like the Makaveli album is like a gift and a curse for me. And I really don't tell this to a lot of people. You feel me? Because I feel like, hey man, I just gave that piece to him the day before. The day before. I just gave that piece to him. And then the next day he gets shot. And it's like I had that one day, and only like I said, the only person that really know this story is my friend Janella. That is my if I wanted to say that was my man 50 grand for a woman, I could say that. Like me and Janella, like Janella that was there for a lot of stuff when I was doing stuff for Death Row. Janella then talked up some stuff for me to do stuff for Death Row. So Janella was there. And like me and Pac had this conversation, and when we came back, all these plans we was gonna do, we was gonna do an art show. You know, he wanted me to start painting stuff for his house. It was like all these plans I had to be able to go to the next level with Pac, and then that happened. Like, so I just watched everything just vanish in front of my eyes, just everything. But I couldn't be selfish because I was a Pac fan before I met Pac, so I was more hurt. I couldn't really think about all of that. I just thought about, man, Pac really not here no more, and that hurt. Like I said, I was a fan before I even got the opportunity to meet him.
Crazy, man. So the last convo you had with Pac was you showing him the cover for Makaveli.
That was the last conversation, and then me and them getting ready to do an art show together. He was gonna host the art show for him. Yeah, like I said, he already told me to start painting stuff for my house. He like, hey, I want you to paint some stuff for my house. My walls is naked. I ain't never heard nobody say they walls naked. He like, my walls is naked. I want you to start painting some stuff for my house. When we come back from Vegas, we gonna figure it out. Because Death Row was already in the talks. So I was gonna be the first. I was gonna be the first visual artist to have an art show. Because I mean, you know, no disrespect to Hen Dog and Joe Cool and them, they wasn't doing it on the level that I was doing it on. I would have artists come in and break bread with me to do their artwork. You know what I'm saying? They was contract. They was coming through there breaking bread. Like I would get stacks from them to do their artwork because I was doing it all. I wasn't just drawing my pictures and having somebody else paint them, which I was doing for them. But they started seeing that I was the one that was doing everything. I was drawing my own pictures and I was painting them. I mean, I came from a whole era of hip hop. So I was doing all of that. When I was going to school, I was the one that was doing all of that. I wasn't asking for no lunch money from my parents because I was getting money airbrushing t-shirts and all of that. So I knew the art game good. And it didn't do nothing but just level up when I got to Death Row. Now I'm not getting $20 for no airbrush t-shirt. Now I'm getting 5 stacks. You know what I'm saying? To pay someone to do some album art. I mean, I had a few artists that would come in there 1 week, 5 stacks all together. And I'm looking at 30. I done made 30 stacks in 1 week. So it was going down.
When you look at the death of Tupac, right, do you feel like your career would have been bigger if he would have never passed away? Because I know I did interviews with Danny Boy, and he feels that way. And you was telling me that, you and Tupac had plans before he passed away.
I feel like that. First off, shout out to Danny Boy. Like, that's my guy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, man, Danny Boy was like one of the first artists up there at Death Row that really was up there, really like showing love being around me. So shout out to Danny Boy. Um, yeah, I do feel like that, but I just can't be selfish to be just thinking about myself. You know what I'm saying? When he ain't there. When not there, but he not here no more. So I can't be really selfish to really just think about myself. You know, but I do feel like if Pac was still here, it'd be a lot of people whose careers would be way different than they are right now. I feel like it's people out here that would be respected way more than they being respected right now. If Pac was still here, you know. So yeah, I feel like that, but I can't. I got to think about the life that's been taken before I could think about myself.